All right, y'all, I'm setting up some last little minute things. I'll be right there. All right. Just making the thumbnail. Let me show off the thumbnail for you all. Welcome, everybody. My name is Paul Berserker01, Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the Astropub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. Here is the thumbnail. You can see all of my crappy Photoshop jobs. Here we go. I think that'll get some attention. Don't you? We'll be talking about the end of DefenseCon. We'll talk about the ships we didn't talk about, the Tiburon, the Starlight. We'll talk about how they've adapted to the changes and the mess ups, and of course the funding. Will they reach 1 billion or not? There we go. We'll be playing the game a little bit before we get started. And then tomorrow we'll be doing the last lore tour. How y'all doing? How was everyone tonight? Let us do the armor, undersuit, legs, arms, helmet, backpack, chest, and backpack. And then utility. Food and drink in there. And then we do everything. we go. You do have a lot heavier boots when you when you wear heavier armor. You've eaten too many donuts. I'm not unwell. That's good to hear. I'm feeling a lot better than I was feeling a little brain shot last night, though I did enjoy the stream. See, my school district is getting rid of their online platform they were using to let us use for like schools. We were using Canvas, and now they're moving us over to Google Classroom. This happened way before the Canvas stuff was happening, and as a result, they're like getting rid of Canvas. Like we'll lose access to everything we've made on Canvas starting in like the end of this semester. So I've had no time to really transfer any of the stuff over, and so I started transferring stuff over yesterday. My brain is cooked from that process because it's a mind-numbing experience, like recreating quizzes over and over and over again. Is the Ironclad actually good? I haven't bothered using the Ironclad, mostly because I don't feel like the Ironclad is because it feels like it's going to be expensive to use. Yeah, it's not ready. It's still a mess, yeah. I figure when I have money to support it, I can actually do the, missions that would support it as well. Well, maybe it'll be usable in 4.9. Hey, Hourglass Mage, what am I doing? This is the wrong direction. I'm gonna go over there. We need pizza in Star Citizen. I swear to God, CIG has like intentionally avoided adding pizza. They've added fucking all this other food but pizza. Idris is the cheapest ship to run now, yeah. We can all hope the 4.8.1 fix, but we know it'll be 4.9. Well, the problem with the idea of a fix in 4.9 is that CIG would have to remember that it existed beyond the initial, like beyond the ships that they're going to sell to us in 4.9. Like, you got to remember, they're going to sell ships in 4.8.1 and 4.8.2, and then 4.9 is going to have its own ships. No, I have an Ironclad Assault. I have an Ironclad Assault. I just haven't pulled it out of the hangar because I'm just like, why bother? I don't have any use for it right now. It's cool as fuck, but I need to have missions that can support it. I don't think the Grey Basher is going to be the only ship either. I think they're going to have more ships. Thank you, Mad. Which videos? Because I do 3 different channels, so... whenever someone says I love your videos, I assume you mean the Astro Historian stuff. Yes, thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's I'm gonna do a compilation of the floor tour stuff that I've been doing on the Astro Historian. So that'll be a video, and then there'll be another video out shortly after that. Maybe like 2 days after that. War? Pizza is far more game important than that stupid fucking buggy. Oop. News is on, shut up.
Another SSN newsflash. Following the recent shocking revelation that Dr. Logan York, a former employee of Associated Science and Development, was conducting what the scientific community has described as unethical and cruel experiments on Vandal captives in Pyro, the company has issued a statement claiming that the scientist was acting independently and without authorization. Speaking earlier today, Imperator Addison has called for numerous sanctions and a possible suspension of ASD's business license, dependent on the results of a full investigation. She also had this to say.
While the spirit of the Second Life Initiative was in the right place, there is no denying that we have seen a surge of rogue operators seeking to use the plight of the Empire for their own gain. Until we are able to put such safeguards in place.
What? What? Fuck you, game. I was watching that.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
What the fuck did I get here if I don't have anything stored here? Oh. This is Area 18. What do you mean stored? Well, there goes my Crusader Star Runner. Yeah, we'll claim it.
Please visit us again.
Amazing how ineffectual the UE is enforcing the law that people want the messers back. Well, it's one of those classic situations where the messers are not actually any better than the current UE. They were as spotty about enforcing the law, especially if it was their friends. But the messers are no longer in living memory. The last messer ruled over 170 years ago. No one is alive who remembered who is still alive who remembers the messers. And that's what happens when you start losing living memory of the atrocities of the past.
_5 just resubscribed for 85 months. 07.
Thank you so much for that 85 months of support there, Sly-Fi. You're a very important part, very impressive business, very new pedestrian. There's your fault, there's your drinking night. Shots and choose and check y'all shots and choose. Wrong one. Question, Grim has a good theory on the possible Invictus being in October for a Squadron release. Do you think this is possible? No. I don't think we'll see an Invictus for a Squadron release. I think we might see something similar, but not directly Invictus. Predicted anti-G resistance, -10%. Do not get into a combat situation with this outfit on. I kind of hope they do an in-game lore event siding with the Messer sympathizers to overthrow the current government. I don't think that'll happen. Because CIG doesn't have a, doesn't really have a plan for sandbox gameplay. I'm gonna keep saying that until CIG actually does something. Ooh, we're getting like emotes to chat. So everyone in chat gets at least one emote now. Nice. Not just the people who participated. 85 months. Slife, that's insane that you've been around that long in tier 3. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Paul, what's your opinion on the Asgard versus the MSR? Asgard's a better ship, but it doesn't have as much range as the MSR does.
Shields off. Landing gear up.
Let's check something real quick. E-bindings. Movement. There was something that just let me cycle. Hey, one Bluesimo.
Quantum travel engaged.
Nice, Ninja.
Quantum travel complete.
So it depends on what you want to do. The MSR doesn't have nearly as much cargo space. So like the Asgard is just a better hauler in general. The thing that the MSR has for it is a massive fucking quantum tank. And that could change at any moment. I don't think it will, but like this thing can hold, like as you can see, 3.2 million quantum fuel. You can go fairly far on this thing, and it's decently fast. It's not hugely fast on the stock variant, I should say.
Shields on. Landing gear down. Landing gear up. Landing gear down. Landing complete. Quantum fuel 100%. Engines off.
I was considering stocking cargo. Site cargo is a pain, to be honest, over a certain amount in the Asgard. Well, it depends on what you want. If you want a large hauler, the Asgard's not bad because it also has the ability to carry ground vehicles pretty effectively. The only ship, it's really the only ship in that class that can also carry large ground vehicles. The Hull B is a better ship in that same sort of size range that has more cargo space, but it itself is also like dedicated cargo. Like you don't get anything else but dedicated cargo. I'm stuck between an M80 plus a Corsair or the F7 Mark II Super Hornet plus Asgard with my store credit. I don't know. I mean, the problem is that all of those really depend on what you want to do. Those are both fine options. The Corsair is going to get you more range, but less cargo space, and more combat with less cargo space. Oh, Grundum. Yeah, that's true. The Asgard has more guns, so it's actually not too bad as a gun platform. I would still give it to the Corsair because the guns are a little bit bigger, I believe, on the Corsair than they are on the Asgard. I don't think you have access to as many guns as for the pilot. Yeah, 2 size 5s and 4 size 4s, plus 4 size 2s, I think, or 4 size 3s in the gun side turrets if you have players. Whereas you only have 1 turret, which is 2 size 3s on the Asgard. Yeah, so you get slightly more punching power with the Corsair. Yeah, but the Asgard only has 1 turret. It has the bottom turret, and that's it. Versus the Corsair, which has 2 side turrets, which have the same sizes. There's also, I think, better living space on the Corsair versus the Asgard. That may not matter to somebody, to the average person, but it does kind of matter. It will matter in the long term. Having things like storage space, beds, kitchen space, that kind of thing. Raft is always good. I always forget about the raft. But it still has the same problem where you can't really store vehicles. Double check to make sure the landing stuff is all good. Repair.
Engines on. Launch complete. Landing gear up. Shields off.
Hey, not so quick question. Does anyone know how to fix the error where Star Citizen crashes on startup? Is it just an error where it's like crashing, or is it an error where like you get an error code?
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Because I've had that problem in the past, and I'm trying to remember how I fixed it.
Quantum travel engaged.
I remember, I think I forced it to windowed mode. Because I think the issue is it's trying to register a resolution that doesn't exist. That would help me with that.
Quantum travel complete.
I know this is one of those solutions where, like, one of those problems where I know that the open help desk, that's where I went to go get help for that. The open help desk on Spectrum actually does help. They know the solution to that problem. They can probably even link you to a document that had how to fix that problem. But I want to say it was going into the resolution files and changing the resolution so it was borderless window or windowed, so that you could actually log in and then change the settings, and then it fixed that. Error code 322. Did you just Google that? This one's very similar with 322.122.5477. It's a Vulkan bug. Close your game, go to the RSI launcher, use Task Manager if needed to go to local app Star Citizen Alpha / your version, graphic settings, open graphic settings.json in Notebook, change graphics renderer to 1, from 1 to 0. So basically Vulkan is crashing your game. So try to change that's what it was. Change it from Vulkan to DX11. So graphics renderer from 1 to 0. I had that exact same issue. You gonna do any YouTube videos covering the Odin info dump after the sale? Is there more info dumps now? I might. If people want it, I'll do a video. There won't be any lore stuff for it, though. I doubt there'll be any lore stuff. I'd love there to be, but...
Shields on. Alert.
Thank you, Kim, for alerting me.
Alert.
I know. I know. Oh, nice. Okay. In the middle of reinstalling the game, so I'll go to that. Yeah, no, I had that exact same problem though, and it was Vulkan was crashing the game. I had to there were ways you could go download the Vulkan API specifically, and that might help. I tried all of them, but I had almost the exact same issue, and I think it's the issue is very similar, at least, if not the same as the 7.7, the 7.8.
Landing gear down. Alert. Complete. Engines off.
I'd rather have the discounted EDI as my ship's computer than the discount Space Core. Is Crusader discount Space Core? I thought it was discount. I guess it's discount ED. I'd love for a post 1.0 release to be custom bitch and betties. ED, not EV. ED from Mass Effect. The ship's AI core in Mass Effect 2, and it's a character in a companion in Mass Effect 3. I think it's only Mass Effect 3. I love the Drake combat assist, or the Drake system. Because it's like, congratulations. You have eliminated the target versus Asians, which is like kill, 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 kill. I could make a joke about how no one can have erectile dysfunction with the body when Edie has a body like that, but you know, I know Clanker, love her. C2 still bows when it lands? Yes. Yes, it does. That's what you get when you use a mama bird. As much as, you know, CIG's nicknames for things suck, generally speaking, and then we come up with better nicknames. But the nickname, the inverse nickname of Hercules being Mama Bird makes so much sense.
Engines on.
Some contracts they got. Hauling planetary. The Interstellar is always good. Let's try some Interstellar before we go. Ooh, baby. Holy shit, no, that's way too much. This one, maybe? I think I could do that. I just need to roll with a bigger, heavier ship. 32, 32, 20, 32, 32, 20. Sounds like... Yeah. I'll just pick up my, they all go to Jackson Swap, or 2 go to Jackson Swap, then Canard View, Canard View. So most of them are Jackson Swap and Canard View, but it's all at ArcCorp Mining 045. Okay, so I'm going to take this up.
Launch complete.
I'm going to go up to, by Genie.
Shields off. Landing gear up.
I love how out of place the combat assist is on the Reclaimer, though. I'd love if it shouted kill when you get a fragment, fragment of a ship. I'm building lore for my character, and I want their origin to be from Keel. Any cool lore from that system? Keel is a pretty old system, so let me take a look at Keel, and I can give you some ideas. So it's a Paraline system. So it's a former military base. Ares City is the capital on Cerberus, which is the Keel 3. It's where Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is. So likely your character would be exposed to ships, a lot of ships, almost all the time. And they would have likely been a fairly recent transfer, because it's only been since the fall of the Measures that they really opened up, so it's only like a couple generations old. It's got a lot of mining around it. We got some gas giants. It was discovered in 2514, so it's a very old system. Transfer to my Starlancer Max. I also have a C2 I could use. I'm going to do it. I'm going to melt my Asgard and a wolf for a C2. Okay. You do you, boo. I mean, it's 700,000 UEC. I gotta do it. It's not that much of a run. I just need to get a decent, because it's only pick up in one place and then delivered to 2 different places.
Shields on. Landing gear down. Landing
Did
gear
they just
on.
take themselves hostage by melting a C2? So here's a fun fact: if you have just a commercial ship, you get a free. Oh look, there's an ironclad. You get a free combat ship. If you just have a commercial ship, you usually get like a large commercial ship. You get a free combat ship. Plus, I think a free starter ship. They're technically loaners, but the idea is they don't want players to like be forced to only use large, heavy ships as their only means of transportation.
Landing gear down.
I mean, ironically, I think this would be the perfect run for a for a trial run for my ironclad, but I also don't think the ironclad's ready for it.
Engines off.
Drinks all around.
Let's party like it's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday. Come on and put your lips together. Blow the candle out. Party like it's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday. I wanna make you feel real special. Put your name in lights. We are gonna party like it's your birthday. Gonna party like it's your birthday. Gonna party like it's your birthday. Blow the candle out.
Drake Neutron just got a sub from Der Von Drauf. Dr. Von Drauf gifted a tier 1 sub to Drake Neutron.
Thanks for give that to Drake Neutron. They're Dr. Von Drauf. You're both very important covers, very impressive messengers, very pedestrians. You rock. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit.
Suit.
You can even take away my space lasers.
No pew-pews.
But you can never,
Never.
ever
Ever.
take away my space game.
CMDR_Shadow Stealth just resubscribed for 29 months. Greetings, low man. What will we learn about? Are we learning about today?
We're talking about DefenseCon mostly. We're not going to do a lot of lore stuff today, but thank you so much for that 29 months of support. You're very important, pupper, very impressive, very pedestrian. This front there's been drinking out. Shots and cheers and chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Do not pilot the ironclad and decouple. Mostly because the ironclad has a lot of what is it called? Things and stuff. Tractor beams built into it. And it holds a fuck ton of cargo.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us.
Oh shit.
Jashi underscore S60R just gifted 10 subs.
Jarsky, thank you so much for that 10 subs. You're very important, Pupper. Very impressive, sir. Very pedestrian. You rock. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Damn, son. Thank you. I've had enough of the sun tanning in the backyard. Let's grab a few drinks of the Astropub. Hey, bud. Thank you. Oh, trying to stay hydrated. Now, what I'm going to do is going to be extremely risky. Because I'm going to claim...
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
my Starlancer Max. It has my skin on it. I don't think the skin will come with it, but we'll try.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been delivered to the Please Visit Us.
Medium hangar? How the fuck is this thing in the medium hangar? I feel like that would be too small for a Max, or for a Starlancer.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
There's no way it could fit on here.
Please visit us again.
Try that again. There we go.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been Please visit us again.
Pay an additional 28K, but we'll see. Hey, Last Raven. Pyro, while it's not UE protected, it's not that dangerous right now because there is no interception. Like, you don't get intercepted in Pyro ever. And while there is no law, nobody plays in Pyro. Yep, it ate my skin. So until they fix that problem, just get the basic insurance and then work from there. The solar flares, I hope, will come back soon. Ah, CIG, what would we do without you fucking something up significantly? CIG has sort of shifted Pyro from being an open, like a super violent area where you have to like face pirates all the time, to being more of an end game system where like groups of players will go for high value materials and then fight over those high value materials. No, I could. I can claim the skin back in my home, but my home's in Levski. Yeah, Levski. It's not the end of the world. I can use the claim kiosk thing to get it back, but if you're trying to like retrieve your ship because it's like somewhere else, you want to take it to where you need to be, then like there's just no point. What this is illustrated to me is that CIG really needs a system that's just transport. You have a fully loaded ship that's somewhere else, have it shipped to your location with a timer. With like a modest fee. Not even a large ship moving ship, just like a feature in the game like they have in Elite Dangerous where you can like ship your ships from one system to another, from one station to another, for a small fee. So you can like, and it's a timer for when it's going to be available. Sorry, Astro, literally impossible, right? They already have stolen from Elite Dangerous. The insurance system is just literally the Elite or the Eve system. The current insurance system. I mean, I'm not even talking about players getting missions to haul other players' stuff. Like, I'm talking about just a system that's just a simplified system that's automated, that allows you to quickly get your shit where it needs to be with a timer and cost. It adds more money sinks to the game. You just make it cost less than reclaiming the fucking ship, and people will use it. Yeah, exactly. So like an NPC fuel beacon, you don't need to spawn a runner. It's literally just like the old system we had with claiming a ship, where you claimed a ship and it was just a timer for when it would show up. Only you save all of the it saves all of the well, it's just like the old system. It saves the old the loadout and everything else like that. You just claim it and it pops back up. Nope, no lamp. Yeah, I think that you should be able to move like equipment and stuff like that, even cargo, but that shit should be more expensive. I'm just saying ships. The simple solution is ships. Like, it's an immediate solution that you can then expand later. That's something you could do even after for 1.0. It's just a small little quality of life thing that you could do that would improve the general like accessibility of stuff. Yeah, I've always needed to claim ships to move them when playing with a group, because sometimes you don't control where you're going in the multi-crew, or suddenly I need a ship. Yeah. I feel like that's like a much, because we've already had that system in place. Just adding a cost to it on top of the timer, like we did with the old like accelerated timer, would do wonders to allow for more flexible gameplay. All right. What this bad boy has. I have to do this in pieces because this rate manager is too small. I mean, it's still immersive. I'd argue it's still immersive because you're doing the same thing you would be doing as a it's just a transportation service. You can figure out how to do that with like players as a mission type later, but like initially you can just do it as like NPCs. Like right now I can hire somebody to take a car that I have and ship it across the country for a modest fee. It's a medical supplies. It's only 20 SCU. I'll put all the medical supplies. Well, it's 40 SCU medical supplies. These are 2 SCU cargo crates. So this is 4, 6, 8. And I just need 4 more SCU. So is this hydrogen? Yeah, hydrogen. Hydrogen is going to go... Oh, wait. Yeah, it goes over here. The ship ammunition is going to go in the back. Loading it like this so I have, because I know like one planet is ship ammunition, hydrogen, and medical supplies, and the other one is just hydrogen medical supplies. So this should cover, so like one side will be hydrogen and medical supplies, the other will be hydrogen and medical supplies, and the back will be ship ammunition. Ship ammunition is just 32 SCU, so it shouldn't be that bad. Eight. Whoa. 16. And I had an ATLS, this would be a little bit faster, but probably not that much faster. Got pretty good at this gun. Oh, don't go inside. Go outside. The Atlas works fairly well until it doesn't. You kind of have to know how to use it. I know how to use it, but it's like a lot of it is like me pulling out the Atlas for this would feel very pointless. Because I'd waste time just pulling out the Atlas. Yeah, the Z is the key to the Atlas. But I think the actual like loading, using it to pulling it out and then loading it up takes a lot more time, and moving it around takes more time than it is just to run around and pick up with tractor beams. It works well if you have a dedicated Atlas operator. If it's like you and a dedicated Atlas operator. Close that up, because everything else is going to go in the back. What's the income? 237K? Not 200, 737K. I'll show you in a moment. Yeah. It's an interstellar transport. The juice is worth the squeeze, is what I'm trying to say. And since this is all in mostly large containers, the biggest pain in the ass is the 2 SCU containers, but everything else is in 16 SCU containers. It's not too bad. And if you rented like a larger ship, it wouldn't be terrible for a newer player. Can you melt a ship in a game package without melting the actual game package? No, it melts the entire package. If you have something in a package, you melt the entire package. You can upgrade ships in a package, but you can't melt ships in a package. All right, there we go. Let's walk through the full. Not bad, not bad. Take the old school route. There's very few things I would suggest you get a package for. There was an old package called the Exploration Package. That was a really good deal. But most of the time, package buying is not very much worth it. I would have died if I didn't have my helmet on. All right.
Engines on. Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up. Weapon system off.
That's good. Yep. But yeah, the vast majority of packages, especially modern packages, aren't worth it. The Drake Complete pack wasn't too bad. It was $6,000, like $6,600, something like that, which is a lot of money. But you get 2 Krakens, two Ironclads. You get the Kraken, Kraken Privateer, the Ironclad, the Ironclad Assault, plus 1 of every Drake ship. Weapon. I just started playing yesterday. How do I access the store to buy armor and weapons? So there's different stores that specifically you can go purchase them at. Let me take you to... I gotta go to Pyro anyway, so let's go to the Pyro Gateway and I'll land and I'll show you what I'm talking about, what it is. What it is, though. To give context, the 6,600, just the Drake Krakens alone are like 1,500 each. 1,500, 1,800. So that's like close to $3,000 just for the Krakens. Yeah, I do also hope for body kits. Body kits are great. They're a great way of differentiating a ship. It is rent money, though. Yes, it is extremely expensive. But the idea behind stuff like those packages is you buy a package and then you don't fucking you don't buy anything else. Like, it is your game package because it comes with the game. I think at that point it also comes with fucking Squadron 42 as well. So like you're one and done. That's what the packages are supposed to be. So yeah, there is actually body kits in Star Citizen now because of the ship. The ship has 4 body kits you can purchase, which are basically just add-ons, greebles that you can add to the exterior to make it look different versions of fucked up. The idea would be to, like, you know, like the spoiler on the back of the Hornet, you might be able to change that spoiler out to being just like a tail or a different version of a spoiler. One of the jokes I made is just give every ship the ability to add canards to the front. The edgy would print money, adding canards. All right, for the person who was asking about how to buy stuff, I'm gonna land at this station here and I'll show you where to go. You generally have to go to a specific location. So like when you spawn in a landing zone, so like say you're in Area 18, when you go to the main sort of hub area, there are shops that are open. You can walk in. They have like big letters that, you know, or big signs that like stuff at the windows, so you can tell it what they sell.
Shield on.
What is it? I'm gonna refuel here anyways. Hear me out, shit nuts. Yeah. No canards. Well, see, here's the thing. Canards, for those of you who are in the know, I've discovered that canards are one of those things that
Take away my space lasers.
that us plane enthusiasts fucking argue about all the time.
Take away my space game.
Stekuru just resubscribed for 18 months. Hello pub, cheers Pubi.
Thank you so much for that. 18 months of support there, Stekuru. You're a very important pupper. Very impressive for any pedestrian. This record the return drinking night. Shots and cheers and check out. Shots and cheers. So to quote habitual line classes up, canards are gay. Yes, this is why they're great. I'm always down to gayify ships. The reason why I think it's the main thing is that I don't think American plane enthusiasts like canards because we don't have canards really on American planes. Even our civilian planes tend to not have canards, whereas like everywhere else in the world they have fucking canards. I know there's like some value to them too. It's specifically what the fuck? Why are you closing?
Landing gear down.
The fuck? Will the body kits affect aerodynamics? I think so. There is already basic aerodynamics in the game. There we go. Yeah, the Shiv doesn't, that's for sure. But I could see adding some aerodynamic features that might change the aerodynamics of a ship in atmosphere. Eurofighter, Saab, Gripen have canards. I think some of the like the Chinese jets have canards, like the J-10 or whatever it's called, J-20.
Engines off.
Gonna refuel there anyways, just because we've got to go a long distance and I don't want to have to run out of gas. Yeah, there is definitely aerodynamics in game. It's just very basic. They have more complex aerodynamics that they're going to add to the game but that's specifically in Squadron, but they haven't added it to Star Citizen because my guess is twofold. One is networking, and two is likely the weather systems they're adding post Genesis. Like, there's no point in adding aerodynamic systems now when those aerodynamics are going to change dramatically. It's not like, you know, they can't just change the stats once they add them in. But I think it's one of those, like, hey, let's add this in so it's like all one package when we put it in there. All right, so if the person who was asking about the about shops, here's a great way of doing it. So once you go to your, like, the entryway, so every station's got a little bit different, every different like layout, but what you're looking for are elevators. Like, that's bar. I don't think it's in the elevators. So what you're looking for in a station is elevator. So right here, where it says elevator, interstation transit. You go over here, hit the elevator, and you want to go to the Galleria. This is sort of the food court and shop center for a station. So if you go here to the left, you see that's the admin. That's what it looks like. All the admins look the same, but they're in different locations in the Galleria. Let's see. You should kind of wander around and find them. Like, I think this one is Platinum Bay. So this is where you get all your ship systems. And then nothing over here. Nope, nothing over here. I think that's where you go to get. This is where the. Yeah, this is where the. This is the food court right here. So this exits out and you see this big area. It's got lots of places to buy stuff. Like drinks. Can't buy any of that stuff, I don't think. You can't really talk to him. He doesn't really have anything to say. Got more stuff to check. Get some bars here, that kind of stuff. But if you want to get like weapons and armor, I think there's a weapons and armor stock shop here, so I can go find it. I think it's upstairs. Here's a ship weapons. The 24 hour. This is the Kasaba outlet. This is the clothing. This is the bar. This is a weapons shop, which is a Garrity. Live fire weapons. You can go. You can see like the kiosk here. Got some Cruise Lux. There's the armor shop here. Sometimes the armor shops, this type of armor shop always has weapons as well, so you can buy weapons here as well. And then when you go to like landing zones, there's a specific spot in a landing zone where you can go purchase weapons and armor, depending on the landing zone. I think some places do not have much of an option for weapons and armor. These stations that are around jump points, like the Pyro Station, the Nick Station, and the Terra Station, all have like fully kitted out stations. This one also has refinery and a cargo center. The cargo center is where you go to buy like cargo containers. You can also buy some like tractor beams and stuff like that there. And then the refineries where you can get similar stuff, but also refine anything you mine. And you go back to the hangars and habs when you want to head back to your ship.
Hi.
No problem. Need to go get some cruise lux anyways, because I was running low on cruise. Helmet off. Don't know what that sound was. Alt H to get my helmet back on. Yeah, we do. Can always make you a beacon on radar. Don't they actually give you like some slightly improved handling, like maneuverability? I know there's some aerodynamic reason for why they're good. I love the Starlight. It's great. We're going to talk a little bit about it in the captain's table. So in about an hour and a half.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up.
747K. Let's judge that one just by a little.
Shield off. Landing gear down.
How about a star kit in Tiburon? Yes. Negligible gain, extreme drawback. If you're going for anti-stealth, yeah.
Landing gear up.
Okay, there you go. I was like, why am I going slower? I thought I just released. Oh wait, I had already lowered my. I already raised my landing gear. Too fast. Too furious. Hey, coffee. Three Fast, Three Furious.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit.
Woot.
You can even take away my space lasers.
No pew-pews.
But you can never,
Never.
ever take away my space game.
C0FF33 Gaming just resubscribed for 102 months.
Jesus. Thank you so much for the 102 months there, coffee. You're very important, Papa. Very impressive, Mr. Very pedestrian. You rock. Shots and cheers, JL. Shots and cheers. Jump points. Yes, I have been streaming for a long time. I got my partnership in 2017. I've been streaming for over 10 years. Obviously not full time, but I've been a partner for 9 years. Yeah. Aero. They actually dropped me off at the place I needed to go. Go Terminus first. All right. All cracked and strapped by baddies. Oh yeah. Hey, log. My substreak has spanned 2 of my names. Yes. Remember when they banned you? For those who don't know, Coffee Gaming was originally Coffee Whore. Pictish Celt. Sure, why not? Hey, Pictish Celt. And Twitch was freaking the fuck out and banned anything that was like remotely like offensive, and we were like, what? It's Coffee Whore. Like, it's not a, he's not saying whore as in whore, he's saying he's a whore for coffee. And so he had to change his name to Coffee Gaming. I wish the M80 had a real suit locker. You can fit heavy armor. There's no reason for the M80 to have a suit locker, because the M80 is a dedicated fighter platform. I think any ship that is a dedicated fighter should not have a quick swap, like, suit locker. Anything that is a multi-use ship should, but like, yeah, you're a fighter pilot. You're not a fucking, you know, everyman. Nah, I don't think it was an over enthusiastic anybody. I think it was just because when that happened was like right around the BLM movement, and so a lot of people were freaking out and trying to like absolutely like protect themselves from backlash, which, you know, understandable, but at the same time it was like, context? Does context not matter? Are we just doing alt what is it, alt F like horror and then just doing that? It's as bad as being like alt F you know, the entire opposite. What was it, like alt F gay? Delete everything that says gay. No wokeness. Fucking pendulum, man. That's the problem. Like, advertisers are constantly freaking out. They're either like, we need to be super like open to everyone, or we need to make sure that like we're not going to get offended, or we're not going to offend somebody on some spectrum. But it's like it's a handle on in a fucking internet, guys. My only hope is that that's a vestigial artery of a different generation. Like, Xers are less sensitive, I want to say, though, yeah, you never know. I know millennials are generally less sensitive about it because we kind of came up with stupid fucking nicknames when we were kids for the internet. And I know the Zoomers are, like, Gen Z is a little more sensitive about it, but like they're similar in terms of like buttfuck McGee as a normal fucking username that people use. Yeah, no, like YouTube constantly takes down anything from a historical YouTuber. I follow a couple historical YouTubers, and they constantly complain about getting demonetized. It's like, yeah, I'm talking about Nazis because I'm talking about the history of the Nazis. I'm not promoting Nazi content. I think it depends with Gen Xers. I think because there's a lot of Gen Xers, like I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this right now, who grew up on the internet. So you like the concept of the anonymous internet, where you want to have handles rather than your name, and that whole thing. And I think Gen Xers who are like that tend to be more like, I don't give a fuck. But the Gen Xers who were like growing up being like, Satan is in the D&D system. A demon has taken my child because he wanted to play a barbarian orc in a fantasy TTRPG. Is everything's written by a bot? Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about those sorts of videos. Now, I'm talking about like people who actually are historians, like who have masters and PhDs in history, who do videos on YouTube for their like educational, like not AI slop. Yeah, a little Gen X here. Yes, we remember BBS and dial-up modems. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I was in between Gen X and millennial. I'm a millennial by like a couple of years. But I remember dial-up modems and stuff like that. But generally speaking, yeah. The I think it's, but I think that y'all are nerds loving brackets. Y'all are fucking nerds, and nerds were not the majority in 1985 and 1995. Nerds started becoming more of the majority in like 2005. Oh god, Alta Vista, Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves was still around until very recently. I saw an article that said like Ask Jeeves, even though it was supposed to have been dead, was actually still up. It's early millennial, not on the cusp. Well, see, it depends. When I was born, I was considered like on the edge of millennial. And then they've changed the demographics. So I hate to say this, those of you who were born in the 80s, but if you were born after like 1982, you're a millennial. They've changed some of the rules around that. So it's like, if you grew up as a teenager in the 90s, you're a millennial. Or if you were born in the 90s, or if you're born between like 85 and stuff like that. Geeks, nerds, dorks. '81 and '96, yeah. Nerd when nerd was a slur, yeah. The point being is that, like, if you ever went to a LAN party, you probably don't give a shit if someone in this chat is named XXX booty fucker XXX, you know? Because it's like, okay. And if you're a connoisseur of shitty names like myself, you appreciate those that are absolutely incredibly, that are so offensive that they're actually fun. One of my favorites, I don't know if he's here, is hey Navy, how you doing, bud? Was Senor Titty Sprinkles. I love that name. God, it even caught you in the auto mod there, Coffee Gaming. So UE Navy official, tell us why did y'all move the celebrations for, oh gosh, for Invictus to Sol. Help us out here, UE Navy official. Tell us your secrets. I mean, I was an early adopter to Xbox Live, so I've seen it all.
Contact received.
Really? Oh, fuck off. Jump away and then come back. These are AI, they're not players. Run station, jump back. No, I'm in a max. Further away, I guess. Let me kill the Is there a local station I can jump to that's a little close? Let's go R&B crew. actually doing obstructions here. Mara. That should be a little bit higher. Repaired. This is a known issue. Never been repaired. That can happen sometimes. You just have to get out of the seat and jump back in sometimes. Have I seen the elevator display at Grimhex? Have they changed it? Grimhex has a new transport system. Oh, interesting. Did they do the new transport system at Grimhex only? I have to go check it out once I get this mission done.
Quantum travel complete.
I wonder if they'll add it to the other systems in 481 and 482. So it's in the game, but it's only in a place that no one goes to, so they can test it without breaking the game. That's almost smart for CIG.
Weapon systems on. Weapon system off. Contact received.
It's definitely an NPC. It's not a player. It's not moving. Yeah, and there's his name. It's facing away from me too.
Contact received.
Should be protected here. They should have, like, anti-aircraft, right?
Shields on.
Yes, I can play the game now. I use Radeon S9700 XT. Hates DX11 stuff. Nice. Yeah, no, I use I also have a 9770 XT. So I understand the pain. It's gonna be a bit of a run. Is there a bro there? Bro is there. Is there more of one over there? There's another one over here.
Landing successful.
Yeah, all right. It's gonna be a bit of a run though, because I have to. Canard View is 32 SCU of hydrogen, medical supplies, and ship ammo. So this is most of. What do you mean return to hardcore mining? I have everything here. Ooh. Bro, what the fuck? Fuck off my ship. Fucking dumbass. Damn it, now I'm the dumbass. There you go, got through them. Yeah. He just bolted past me to try to get in. I just gunned him down. I don't think he can actually respawn here either. Unless he has a ship nearby that has respawn on it. Castle doctrine, right, Smurf? What? Am I good? I'll deliver it just in case. It says it's done though, so, you know. Hey, who am I? Just pro tip for if you're stranded and you're needing to get picked up, don't bolt on somebody's ship without saying anything, and immediately go for the door so you can try to get access to whatever it is inside. Generally frowned upon in terms of manners and like procedure. Oh, is it? Oh, it is. Wait, then why did I have... Because these are 16 SCs a car, right? Cargo, right? Oh. Ah. I thought there was only one spot. I guess it's just the same thing to both sides. Yeah, I split the videos. I thought there was just one ammo to one and then not ammo to another, so I didn't read that right. Suicide by Castle Doctrine. Well, you can always use backspace and that gets even faster. Maybe. Fucking storm. Oh, it's because we're right next to each other. Perfect. Hey. Probably do all of these at once. So many fucking things, though. Atlas is fine, but the Atlas is not good enough for these sorts of delicate operations. When you have these sort of split load and you've got these a lot of smaller boxes and such. The max SCU, it's got to be more than 20. There is a pyro version with a gun on it. It's called the ICTY. You can literally get it in pyro too. It's not just a gun, it's 2 guns. I don't know if we'll see the ship manufacturers create Titan suits, but we might. What do you call your ship? The Waffle House and Mech Warrior? The same reason why I call my Drake Ironclad Assault the Waffle House, because the Waffle House is a place where efficiency is king, and you can either go there for cheap, quick, decent food, or to go there super late at night and watch the best combination of soap operas and WWE you have ever seen in your life. It's straight up some fucking the most like egregious redneck drama you will ever see, combined with some of the most engaging fights you have ever witnessed. Waffle House is a PvP enabled zone, yes. Now, it's important to note, no one's getting punched at a Waffle House at 9 a.m. You're only getting your shit clocked at Waffle House at 3 in the morning. Really?
Launch sequence complete.
There is a lore reason. The reason why originally I called it the Waffle House is because we were the Florida Mercs. Like literally, there's a setting in MechWarrior 5. There's a starting point where you can start in the Florida system. And I'm like, what's more Florida than the fucking Waffle House? Gators, true. But what if you painted your mech like a gator inside the Waffle House? Mel's Diner. What if the Waffle House is the Mecca? Yeah. So that is the reason why my Ironclad Assault is called the Waffle House, because it is going to bring you moderately decent food, or it's going to bring you pain. Just depends on the time. Yeah. Fuck Denny's. I hate Denny's. All my homies hate Denny's. I think there's less trolling now with all these crazy prices for things. I haven't seen any trolling whatsoever, other than the dude who just tried to fucking Naruto run his ass into my ship. Not realizing he doesn't have permission to get through any of the doors, so I just have to fucking gun him down. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube there, Hexagon. Bro, 2466? What do you mean? Mercilessly slaughtered the guy. $24.68 Denny's. No.
Quantum fuel at 50%.
Denny's is an inferior Waffle House. Bro treated my ship like a Scientology, the Scientology headquarters. That speedrun ended really fucking quick, though. A Waffle House at a space station, which is just it turns off the the armistice zone gets turned off as you walk into the Waffle House. Like the old Grimhex, yes.
Them biddies.
Hey Paul, did I ever show you my best impression of a pig? It's so good, I could do it over text, but I'm going to use TTS. It goes like this. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Thank you, Hira. The cook is always in a super heavy suit when they're at the grill. No, there's no way we're seeing the Ranger this year. There's no way we're seeing the G12 this year. CIG needs to rework the ground physics, I think. So I'm surprised they even did the MDT and the MTC, or the MDC and the MTC. Oh, MFC. That's what the fucking Forge's the manufacturing one's called. Also, another reason why I call my my Ironclad Assault the Waffle House, it's yellow, baby. It's the perfect color. It's yellow and black. It's already there. There we go. Ooh. Does it have roaches in the bathrooms? I don't know. Possibly. It's a Drake ship. Will it have random drunks fighting at 3 a.m.? No, but I can bring you pain at 3 a.m. Makes sense because UTV seems to work well. Can't wait for the Ranger eventually. Thanks. And no problem, Steven. I think the reason we got the UTV was because they already had the STV, and they're reworking the PTV. So like a lot of it is like they promised those vehicles already. But with the Ranger, they have to build brand new animations and a bunch of other stuff for it. Maybe I'm just putting too much copium and hopium into this, but I feel like a lot of this stuff is also waiting for Genesis, because when the Genesis system is introduced, it'll be a lot easier to like drive, because the distribution of resources and rocks and stuff like that is a little bit more realistic, so it's less boulder fields everywhere. When are you going to retire, Paul, from teaching and going full-time streaming? When I can make enough money. To give you context, right now, on average, the profit I get from streaming is between $500 and $2,000 per year. Revenue's high, but my profit is dog shit. So I would need to be making a profit that would be able to support my current salary, which is significantly higher. We'll see. I don't think there's many. There's a reason why there's not many full-time Star Citizen streamers, because the game itself just doesn't support a lot of audience. 145 folks here, which is nice. And we'll get more when the Captain Staple starts. But like, let's look at Star Citizen as a whole. The top streamer is currently Space Tomato with 581. That's a little higher than usual, but not too crazy. Activia is 296, a little higher than usual, but not too crazy. Same as Space Cutlet. Xpad's 180. Citizen Spoomers at 160 and 148. Like, most of these are pretty reasonable. But the total number of people who are watching Star Citizen right now is about 10K. To give you context, the top streaming platform right now is Just Chatting with 486. Then Special Events, then League of Legends. GTA 5 has 116,000. There are more people streaming DayZ and PUBG than there are streaming Star Citizen. Like, there are more people streaming Elden Ring and Tarkov. Right now, Star Citizen's beating Rust and War Thunder, and a lot of that has to do with drops. Activate, though, has 9,500 subs. Yeah, he also has that, too. Well, Space Tomato also has multiple channels he does for YouTube, plus streaming, and it's his job, but he also has his wife to help him and that kind of stuff, and I guarantee you he doesn't make a ton of money at the end of the day.
Landing gear down.
He does fine, basically. Sorry, dog. Our money goes to CIG. Yes, this I know. Yeah, it looks like everyone's pulling out the fucking big ships for this. Destroyed hull B. Okay, that's one. There's got to be another one, right? There's one over here. Nobody's here. Great. Nope. I think everything is on that side. Is the Max my favorite ship? No. It just I'm using it for this because it's had enough. I have to go to a station since it's busted. Think of OG stars and streamers. Anybody heard of Gray-Headed Gamer recently? No, I haven't heard of a Gray-Headed Gamer in a long time. My favorite ship is still the Corsair. The funny thing about my favorite ship is that I don't use it very often. I love it, but I don't use it very often because I generally don't have any use for it as it stands. The way the current game plays, it's not as useful because I don't do a ton of combat. Not that I don't do combat, but... Yeah, it's during the day. There's no storm coming in. It is on, I think, Monarchs, though. Or no, this is Bloom, I think. Might be Monarchs. This is Monarchs. What are we fucking talking about? Trick slits. So what the captains do we have today? We have we gotta actually invite them to a group. Captain's table, where you at? Group. Group. Find him. Jabroni, where you at? Who you are? There he is. All right, I'm gonna go do this, and then head to a station. Ironclad fixed yet? Your mileage may vary. Is it flawless? No. Does it work? Yes. Are there ways you get around things? Yes. Are those things kind of jank at times? Yes. Basically, if you want to use it more frequently, I would not use the Ironclad right now. It's too fast. My frames. Not a bad run. Took me a little bit, but makes sense. So one of the ways you get around the bugs is you have to, like, every time you quantum jump, you have to detach from the main ship and then re-dock. So it's a pain in the ass. That's one of them that I've heard. What the fuck? Oh my god! I broke it! No! Oh. All of that for nothing. Because I sent it down earlier. I'm just gonna go to a station and log out. No, I had the box. I have 32 SCU boxes. Oh, was I missing boxes? I just sworn I got all those boxes, because those are 16, weren't they? Those were 216 SCUs. Nah, it should be fine. I don't think it should break anybody else. I don't have enough time to finish this anyways, so. No, I put it in there. I put that box on the thing, and then it didn't take it. that box outside is not a is not those boxes aren't my boxes. Let me show you. That's all tritium, iron, revenant tree pollen. Not ship ammunition. Ironclad, if you pull the entire ironclad, detach the original CM and trash it. Store the ironclad body. Bring up the CM on its own. Move to the side. Bring up the first body back up and attach a new CM. It's been working for me doing that. Oh Jesus! So you have to pull it up, detach, trash the original CM, like throw it away. Store the ironclad body, bring up a command module on its own, move to the side, bring up the first body back up and attach the CM. So you have to like kind of replace the original command module. What it was is I tried to put all of them down on at once, and it sort of like freaked out and was like, "What are you doing? Why are you putting this down on the?"
Landing gear up.
There's a reason CMS is listed separately. So you can just tell us this part. Okay.
Engaged.
Hey, CX. I have no idea if the lighting's working now.
Quantum travel complete.
do.
Landing successful. Engines off.
Bill. I'll have to restock. Let me try this. Sometimes this works. Submit. Did I get any partial money for it? I did. Good. Even though the game was bugged, I still was able to submit it. It's a pretty good ship. The Star Lancer is a fantastic ship for what you needed to do. It's got plenty of range. It's got a lot of cargo space. It's just not the most maneuverable ship in the world, and its cargo layout sucks. But it's not nearly as bad as something like the Zeus. It's just more inconvenient generally. All right, chat. I'm going to move over to the captain's table stuff. We're going to be talking about DefenseCon. We're going to be talking about the Starlight. We're going to be talking about the Tiburon. We'll talk maybe about a little bit about the other ships. We'll talk about the event so far, as well as the patch. And we'll talk about if CIG is going to actually make $1 billion. Is it they're going to reach the $1 billion total raised this patch? We'll see. Be right back. Don't go anywhere, chat. Who's coming? X and Jar Jar Jabroni. Execute and Jar Jar Jabroni. Be right back, chat. Chat. For those of you on YouTube, we're going to be moving you over to the Captain's Table podcast YouTube video or YouTube live broadcast here in a few minutes. Execute still hasn't shown up. He may show up a little bit late, but we'll see. I'll keep hopes up that he just screws up the time, because that happens often. Is like when I give him a time, he'll be like, "Oh yeah," and then the conversion is either off or he misreads it or something. He's been sick and overextending himself, so I don't want to beat him up too much. So it may just be me and Jar Jar Jabroni talking, but we'll see. But yeah, we should get started here in about 10 minutes of those or so, chat. So. All right, YouTube, I'm ending the YouTube channel and going on to the other one. Be right back.